All right, traders. So I decided it would be fun to jump on live here and just go over my day in trading, the trades I took, the how the market traded today, what I learned, and all of that. So hope you'll enjoy this. And I'm going to get started here looking at the ES futures. This is today. And here is the PMZ, which is my day trading indicator that I absolutely have to have on my charts in order to trade for each day. So this is built for a 5-minute chart. I day trade off of a 5-minute chart. It's real simple. Price above it is a trigger long, price below it trigger short. And you can see today the trade was to the upside. We went up and made new all-time highs, came up here, did a little double top, got a trendy turn signal. This was the first opportunity from a technical standpoint for us to go short the market from 63.71 and a half, playing it all the way back down to the PMZ. And so you could have traded it for approximately 60 or 35, 25, 35, somewhere around there, about 30 points to the upside, 30 points to the downside. So great day using the PMZ on those ES futures. NASDAQ looked the same actually. It also was a great trading day out of the PMZ. We had these charts up in the trendy room all day, and targets were hit to the upside. As soon as price got above the PMZ, that is a trigger long, we went out, we made new highs, very similar to the ES. We came up, had a double top, got a trendy turn signal to the downside, and price fell back and did not come all the way back to the PMZ. So the NASDAQ did close out the day stronger than the S&P 500. Now I want to talk about some trades that I was able to take either profits or start new trades today. I want to share those levels with you and what my plan is for tomorrow on these trades. So, Bank of America long from my buy zone. I trimmed on Friday, got another trim today. The plan is to trim again up here near 48.30 and then ultimately targeting 48.78 by 49.50 by Friday. I will stay in the remainder of this trade as long as my break even stop is not hit. Once I trade a couple or trim a couple of times, I like to set a break even stop. And so that's what I am doing with Bank of America. Again, trimming and Target. All this contract expires on Friday, so I plan to be out of the contract by end of day on Friday. The next trade I was able to trim some profits on is Hecla Mining. It had a great day today. Made it to my first trim target here at $6.13. I started this trade down here at $5.89, added at 577, and now we have trimmed out some of the position at 613. Next trim is up here at 640, then 669 and 717. On this trade, I am in the September 19th $5 calls. I have plenty of time on it, but I will stop out at break even if price pulls back to my break even price. Now, I did start a couple of new trades, starting with IBIT. Bitcoin showed some weakness today, and towards the end of the day, we actually pulled back to where I had plans to start this position. If you watched my Saturday live session, you would have known this plan ahead of time and known that I had orders in to start the position down here near 66.18. The plan is this. If tomorrow we see further weakness in Bitcoin and IBIT falls down to 65.55, I will add a third of my allocation at that level. And then the next add is down here at 61.18. As far as trims go, my plan is to trim at 67.92 by 68.43 and ultimately target 69.06 by the all-time high $70.07. I also took advantage of the weakness in quantum computing names today. I had been watching QBTS, but it did not pull back to a buy zone, yet QUBT did. So I went ahead and started a position here at the lower weekly edge. I bought on this name the August 15th $7 calls. My plan is to add on further weakness down at 1644. A stop would be a daily candle close below 1550. As far as targets go, my first target is 1978 by 2049, then targeting 2188, and finally 2405. Again, these are the August 15th $17 calls. And last but not least is RCAT. I was able to start a trade on RCAT. I also talked about this one on Saturday. Price pulled back to this buy zone where we had inside and up candle formation as well as key Fibonacci levels. I started the position at $9.71. I have a alert set to add to the position somewhere around 8.99 to 8.35. My stop on this trade would be a daily candle close below $7.79. Now, on this trade, I bought the August 15th $8 calls. First target $11.50, and then $12.77, and finally $15.27 for RCAT. So all in all, a good day. My P&L was green for the day, and as long as I continue to trade the levels on the chart, that should be the case for my P&L. So that is what I did in the market today. As far as tomorrow goes, I will have new blueprints for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, and where I would be looking to buy the dip or sell the rip. We can play either side of the market. It's kind of hard to say right now where price will open up in the morning. But again, I will use the PMZ for tomorrow to give me my bias, whether that's to the upside or downside. I can say that my zone to buy, according to this day trading chart, is a pullback on S&P 500 to 63.35 by 63.23. This would be a buy the dip zone for me. And as far as sell the rip zone would go, that's going to be 63.68 by 63.74. And I would wait for confirmation like a trendy turn signal or when price starts making lower highs. Because the market is overall bullish, that would be a counter trend trade, and I need that confirmation. So that is my plan for tomorrow, looking at the ES futures. Now I'll cover the NASDAQ futures real quick. The cool thing about using the futures chart, it doesn't matter if you're a futures trader, you can use this chart to trade options on SPY and SPX as well. Right now, as of this evening, my buy the dip zone on the NASDAQ is down here at 23,232 by 23,169. The sell the rip zone is 23,400 by 23,425. And just like with the ES, I would need to see confirmation by a trendy turn signal or when we start making lower highs in order to go short. So you can use this futures chart on the NASDAQ to trade futures. Of course, you can also use it to trade QQQ options or NDX options. That's what I did today. That's my plans as far as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ go tomorrow. I really won't know exactly what I'm going to day trade until I wake up in the morning and choose my top three names from this list to day trade, of course, from the pre-market zone. So thanks for joining me. I hope you found this content useful. If you did, please drop a comment down in the comments and let me know. That way I'll know if I should continue doing these live sessions where I recap my day. All right, until next time, have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you in the next video.